Hey Bullfrogs, it's Miss Fleener. While I'm out today, I would like to challenge you to create a hand to go on the bulletin board downstairs. So the board that I'm talking about, you might have noticed, has recently changed. It's right outside the cafeteria door with a rainbow on it. But the rainbow isn't a traditional rainbow. It is a multicultural rainbow, so it shows all of our diversity. And at the bottom it says, "You matter." And off to the side, it says, "I am BFES." So while I'm gone, I would like you to create a hand. So you're going to trace your hand. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And then you're going to decorate that hand how you would like. So drawing first and then coloring. And last, you will cut your hand out. And when I get back, I will add them to the bottom of that bulletin board. So when you're tracing, it's very important that you hold your pencil straight up and down. So normally when we write or we draw, our pencil is angled and it rests against our hand. When you're tracing, you don't want the tip of the pencil to go under the object you're tracing. In this case, if my pencil were to go under the edges of my fingers would look very skinny and maybe not the way that I would want them to. So I want you to take your hand and lay it down on your paper. Spread your fingers out. We only need the hand, so I don't want you to worry about the arm or anything like that. Take your pencil, hold it straight up and down, just like we talked about, and put it up against the edge of your hand and trace around each finger. Now notice my hand that I'm tracing is not moving. That's very important. Do not move your fingers while you're tracing. It might tickle a little when the pencil rubs up against them, but don't move that hand. Now when I pick up my hand, you'll notice there's a gap down here where my arm connects with my hand. On that part, I'm just gonna create a little curve. I don't want it to be straight because you notice my hand is created with curves. So I don't want any sharp edges. So I'm gonna curve the bottom there to close it off. This is where I ran into my ring, and you might have noticed that I jumped over top of it rather than force my pencil past it. And now I can just go back in and connect that space. If I don't love the way something turned out, like where it went around my nail there and created a little bump, I don't have to start all over from the beginning. I just fix that one little part. I'm gonna make this a little darker so that you guys can see. We're only drawing with our pencil, so we should not be getting out any supplies that Miss Fleener has not. All right, on the next slide of this presentation, there is several examples of different types of hands that you could draw. So you can make the hand look like a regular hand, and you could add nails, the wrinkles that you see at your knuckles, and down here where the fingers connect with the palm. You could add things like jewelry, so you could have rings. And then you could design the nails to have different patterns or pictures on the nails like nail polish. So you could go with a realistic look. You could create henna tattoos on the hands, or you could create different designs. I don't want to see any words or numbers, so we're not writing on our hands. And you can also not just color this hand and call it a day. So a 3-minute project is not the goal here, okay? So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to divide it into smaller spaces. So I'm just kind of drawing some lines in different directions where I feel like maybe it needs to be smaller. And again, I'm drawing first with my pencil, and then I'm gonna color. I'm gonna think about patterns. Patterns have to repeat. So anything I draw in that space, I'm gonna repeat, whether it's a line or it's a shape. So a line pattern might be stripes. You can look around the room at people's clothing and see if they have any patterns on. If it's just a shirt that says Nike, it's not a pattern. If it's a cheetah print shirt, that's a pattern. So there's a line pattern. I can take circles and repeat them and create a shape pattern, also known as polka dots. I can combine lines and shapes. So maybe I want a broken line, and then I create a line of triangles. As long as I repeat that, I've made a pattern. So I would continue until all of my little areas are full of patterns. And once I had the drawing done, I would color. You can use crayons or you can use colored pencils. That's it. You should not have anything else out. So we started with our pencil to draw. Then you can color with crayons or colored pencils. And then when you are finished, you may cut out your hand. Make sure your trash gets into the trash can. And if you are not using your scissors to cut paper, your scissors need to be in the middle of the table. If you have any questions, hopefully this up can help you. I hope you guys enjoy this project. I can't wait till I get back and see them, and then I can hang them on the board for everyone to see. Keep that in mind. These are going on a bulletin board that the entire school is going to be able to see. So if you get lazy and don't give your best effort, that's going to be on display. Have a great day.